Welcome to LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering. In this session, we will discuss the subject that is instrumentation in agriculture and food processing. I am your instructor, Jayesh Prajapati. In this session, we will discuss the unit number 2, that is soil science and sensor. So that is a chapter number 2 of this subject. In last session, we will discuss the unit number 1, that is an introduction. So in this session, we will discuss the unit number 2, that is soil science and sensors. So in this chapter, we will discuss the content that is an introduction. First of all, we will discuss the basics of soil science, okay, that is an introduction portion. Then we will discuss the engineering properties of soils like pH, conductivity, resistivity, temperature, soil moistures and salinity. So that is different properties of soils that we have to study in this session. Then we have also discussed the method of soil analysis, how to analyze the soil. So that we will also discuss in this chapter. And then we will discuss the instrumentation for environmental conditioning of seed germination and growth. So that is the content that we have to study in this session, in this chapter. Okay, so let us start the basics introduction to this subject. First of all, as per the name of this chapter, we will identify what is a soil. Okay, we already know that different kind of soils are available. So let us see how it can be defined. The soil, the collection of natural bodies occurring a part of Earth's surface that is capable of supporting plant growth and that has property of resulting from the integrated effect of climatic and living organism acting upon a parent material as a conditional by topography over a period of time, that is known as a soil. So that is a definition for soil. If we have to define the soil, then soil having a different kind of properties and characteristics. So that's why we can define in this way soil. So if we see the figure of soil, then it's look like this. In this figure, you can see that is a soil. Then composition of soil. So if we have to composite a soil in different parts, then it can be like this: mineral 45%, air 25%, and water 25%. Okay, so out of the 100, you can see air 25%, water 25%, and mineral 45%, and only 5% that is the organic matter. In this 5%, organism 10%, roots 10%, and 100% that is humus. Okay, so that is a different percentage criteria of soil you can see. And then in this we can also see in this graph manner also, PI graph manner. So soil having a different composition. Then soil properties. If we see the soil properties, then it can be two types of properties. They are physical properties of soils and chemical properties of soil. So that are the different properties of soils that we have to discuss in this session. First of all, that is physical properties of soil. If we see the physical properties, that means it can be visible. Okay, so that is horizon, then soil color, soil texture, soil structure, and soil consistency. So in this figure, you can see that is physical properties is shown like this different layers. Here that is last, that is R horizon, then C horizon, and then different layers of this soil that is shown in this figure. You can see horizon, So that is physical properties of the soil. Now you can see the soil color. Soil can be identified by using different kind of colors also. So in this figure you can see the different colors of soil that is shown by some figures. Okay, so that is a basic introduction regarding this soil. So we have only seen some important figure related to these soils. Then soil structures. So as per this structure, it can be also classified in different types also: granular, blocky, then flaky, massive, single grain soils. So that are the different soils that we have to shown by the figures. Okay. Then chemical properties of soil. So in this chemical properties, there are two types of properties, that is cation exchange capacity and then soil reaction, that is a pH. So that is the main important part of this chapter, pH of soil. So that is the chemical properties of soil. So here in this previous slide that we have already discussed, that is the only introduction basis of the soil. What is the structure, color, different types according to its structure. Now that is a property like chemical properties. In this chemical properties, if we have to measure the parameters like resistivity, temperature, pH, so that is a chemical property like soil pH. Okay, so that we have to discuss in this session. So let us start the soil pH. pH meter. Okay, a pH meter, that is an instrument that is used to measure the soil pH. A pH meter is an electronic instrument used to measuring the pH. pH, that means acidity or alkalinity of the liquid. Okay. Then a typical pH meter consists of a special measuring probes, a glass electrode and a reference electrode connected to electronics meter that measure and display the pH readings. So basically in the pH meter, what that having any kind of probes like a glass electrode and reference electrode that can measure the solution of the soil, enter into the solution, and then it can measure the parameters by using its display device that can show the pH of the soil. Okay, that means acidity or alkalinity of the liquids. Then in this figure you can see we have shown electrode for the pH. In this electrode you can see having different solution, electrode, then amplifier, analog to digital converter. Okay, and then it converts into the display, digital manners. Okay, so that is the simple figures for pH meters. In this next session we will discuss what kind of pH meter working principle. Okay, so principle. If we see the principle for pH meters, then it will be like this. pH is defined as a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration, like pH is equal to minus log in the bracket of H plus, that is a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. So that is a pH. Here we can say that P, that is a power, and H for the hydrogen, and H plus, that is a hydrogen ion or concentration. Okay, so that is a principle how pH can be measured. Okay, by using formulas. Then we can say that the pH of solution can be measured by the pH meter, and the glass electrode is a half cell and a Clement electrode is another half cell. Okay, so that is the principle for the pH. Now we can see how it can be worked. So let us see working principle of pH meter. The pH meter measures the potential difference and it changes across the glass membrane. Okay, whenever we can use a pH meter, that it will be measure a potential difference from the one glass electrode to the another reference electrode, and that potential difference, that means pH. Okay, The potential difference must be obtained between the 2 points. One is the electrode containing the internal solution, that has to be measured, okay, and a second point is obtained by connecting to a reference electrode immersed in studied solution, okay. So that is the principle how we can measure this pH by using pH meter. So that is the 2 points in the pH meter, one having a glass or membran electrode, okay, it containing the internal solution, and second point, that is a reference electrode that is immersed in studied solution. Then often this reference electrode is built in a glass electrode, a combination of electrode in concentric double barrel body of device. Whenever we see the figure, then in this figure you can see the double layer of body is also shown by a glass electrode, okay. The potential difference relevant to pH measurement built up across outside glass solution, okay. So that also measured in the glass electrode also. Now in this figure you can see that is a working principle for this pH. In this figure you can see that is a pH electrode, 2 pH electrode, one that is a glass electrode and another one that is a reference electrode. So here that is the yellow portion shown here. This yellow portion is for this solution, okay, and here these probes are onto the solution, and it can measure by using the converter here, analog to digital converter, and it will be displayed on this, okay, that is a display device. So here in this figure you can see different parts or different content of the electrode is shown by properly, okay. Here we can use silver chloride AgCl solution electrode, okay. Then in the reference electrode you can see that is a liquid junction probos ceramic, and chloric HgCl solution is electrode. 2 electrode, one AgCl and another one is HgCl, and the solution is HCl, and here the silver element is connected, okay, and here that is a coaxial cable is connected with this display device. So that is a wall construction, and we can say that also a working of pH meter is shown by this figure. So that is the most important figure for this pH measurement. Then if we see the working of pH meter in the proper manner, then in this figure that will be identify how pH meter exactly work. So here that is a solution that has been measured. So here we can use one glass electrode and another one that is a reference electrode. This 2 electrode is directly connected to the amplifier. So here high input impedance amplifier. So it will be convert analog parameters into the digital parameters by using sensitivity calibration, and it will be displayed on this display device. Okay, so here that is a wall working of pH meter is shown by the simple figures also. Okay, so that is the working of pH meter. Then there are different reactions take place in the electrode. So first the glass electrode contain Ag, AgCl and HCl. So it will be like this: Ag plus electron. It will whenever the reaction will be take place. Then if AgCl, then it will be differentiated in 2 parts like Ag plus and Cl minus, one positive and another negative. And if HCl, then HCl having H plus and C minus. So there are different chemical reactions that will be done in this glass electrode. Then all about 3 equilibrium reactions are balanced. Okay, you can see there is a balance. Then the glass electrode H plus is generated. So H plus, that is our pH. Okay, so H plus is generated. Then the chlomel electrode contain Hg, Hg2, Cl2 and KCl. There are different content. Then you can see Hg having Hg plus and electron minus. and Hg2Cl2 having 2Hg plus 2Cl minus, and KCl having KCl is equal to K plus and Cl minus. So in this reaction you can see the above equilibriums are balanced in the canopol electrode, but the H plus is not generated. Okay, here in this you can see H plus is not generated, but in the glass electrode H plus is generated. So from this glass electrode we can measure the pH. So there are the different reactions that can be done on the pH meters. Okay, so in this way the pH meter can measure the pH of the soil. So that we have studied in this session. Okay, the next properties of the soil that we will discuss in our next session, like resistivity, solidity. So that different properties that we will discuss on our next session. Okay, thank you.